back at it. There's our new power steering pump. Get the pulley put in place. Got the line, hard pressure line. Make sure you got your crow's feet ready for that. Got the return line put back in. This looked fine. Really just a metal piece about a foot and then rubber on either end, so we're good with that. And then the hard line goes down there. You can see the new shiny part right there. It goes down and, oh, focus. Focus. There we go. So we got that guy. And over here on this side, we are fighting the good fight with the lower control arm. If you want more details on that, go watch our Chevy Malibu video that cover that in detail. So 3 bolts, hold that in. 1, 2, and 3, right there. And then we got a couple bolts left. Interesting shock here, that kind of a stabilizer on this side of the motor. 2 bolts for that guy. And then that bracket that goes kind of right behind the pulley has a couple bolts for that guy right there. So yeah, we're getting there, one piece at a time. Belt appears to be on in all the places the belt should be. So yay. We can put the airbox back in place. Bottom of the airbox right there. We might even vacuum out the gravel. I don't know. Put that guy in. We'll do a little cleaning of our mass out airflow while we're here. Hopefully we'll take the rag out. Over here, we've experienced much success in getting our control arms back in place. The hardest part, or I should say the funnest part, is getting the strut into the ball joint. Right there, getting that guy in. That's fun. One almost done. And 1 to go. Okay. So, we've got that corner in, which looks like that. So essentially it's those 2 bolts. See how one is oblong and one is oval? How weird is that? Right there, you got the one big bolt there in the middle, and that's that guy right there. And then out here on the end, there's actually a pinch bolt that goes through on the bottom of the strut. And you can see there's a lower, or a groove kind of sort of in the ball joint there. And it grabs. There's the bolt right there. And that's a, you said that's a 15? What? The one, the pinch is a 15? Yeah. Okay, so a couple bolts, big bolt there, bolt on the bottom. And you don't have to take the strut out. You just gotta get the bottom loose and it comes out. You don't gotta touch the brakes. You don't gotta touch the CV. Even though it might be easier to take the CV loose. We've done it both ways, I think.
The best way to do it is you take everything out. You take the strut, you take everything out.
Take it all out.
You start with the A-arm and then go from there.
So then you get the strut into the A-arm, then you put the strut back in place. But we made ourselves suffer a little bit here. So that's where the tranny mount will go back in a minute. But other than that, it is doable, but it's some time to put in. So now we gotta bleed the power steering.
The battery's still unplugged, isn't it?
Battery's still on.
The battery wasn't connected.
Okay, go for it. Oh yeah! Okay, leave it run, leave it run. She's foaming. for us? Turn side to side again. Leaking somewhere?
We're just pouring out down here. Just pouring.
Out of
The line?
Alright. So that's what it takes to do all the things, in case you're wondering. So over here, we had to re-go after our cup seals, which you can barely see up in there. One was leaking. Small puddle underneath. Small. And it's down. Where are those guys? Right. Kind of in the middle of the screen, you can see those two lines go in. Right there. And of course, it's just the wrong way to get at everything, and it hurts. So as those two lines go in, one is a high pressure line, one's the line that goes to the cooler. They have cup seals, which if you know anything about cup seals, they're not fun. And one was leaky and all that. So we got it fixed. We'll have to redo the audio on this part, I think, but that's okay. So next, we've got one more tie rod to go in over here, one more A-arm to go in over here, and you need the right tool plus the Ugga Dugga plus that guy right there to get the inner tie rod out. Big dogs don't help.
Yeah, what's that done?
So here's the best technique we have found in getting the lower ball joint into place on the knuckle. Pressure from underneath, while you kind of wiggle. We'll use a ratchet strap and hold the strut assembly in place. And so you go to where there's pressure on the vehicle. Kind of wiggle it around, wiggle this way, wiggle that way. I think on the left this would be easier, but we do what we can with what we have. It's a Minnesota's Rust way. How many dead blows does a professional master mechanic need?
A lot.
How many do you have right now?
I got two.
Two! Very advanced technique. Very advanced technique right there. Never forget, Minnesota is
Rust!
Rust! The pile of parts from our Pontiac G6 has grown larger as we go. Never forget, Minnesota is Rust. And that's that. Got the G6 back on the road. That was a battle with some of that. Inner tie rods are fun. We'll pick up the rest of our tools tomorrow. We're tired. Been out here since 10 this morning and it's late. So some of those things really fought us. But no, it was fun working on stuff with family. We'll just clean up our mess there. The real pain in the butt was the leak out of the seal that we put a new one in and then it worked. So take that as a win. Torch saves the day as it always does. You never have enough Resolute power steering fluid, Texaco. And that was our Fleet Farm purchase right there. But yeah, there's all our bits and pieces from our work today and a couple weeks ago helping with struts. There's the other arm right there. So there we go. We got her done. By the way, that long rod right there is a little air breather that goes between the boots on the inner tie rods to allow air pressure to move back and forth. It is a goofy thing. I suppose they don't collapse or whatever. I don't know. Okay, we're good. We're done. Thank you much. Please don't forget that Minnesota is rust. If somebody asks you, what'd you do this weekend? And you said, I put a flexi crossover pipe in a Chevy Trax and put lower control arms in a Pontiac G6, you would be just like Minnesota is rust. Never forget, Minnesota is rust. What is that?